Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video I'm going to be taking a look at question 8 from the QCAA 2020 external exam, paper 1. So as you'll notice, I've split each question up into an individual video as well. That way, pretty much if you only struggle with a couple questions, you can go watch those exact videos. Don't worry, the full external exam is still up on YouTube. The link is in the description below. I've also made a custom external exam for math methods that's also in the description below, so if you need extra practice, check that one out. But otherwise, let's get straight into question 8. So question 8 here, a lot of people get this one wrong. Let's understand how this is going. So first of all, it's good to identify what topic it is before you even start it. Now from a general look, hopefully you know it's binomial, okay? Just from the general layout of the answers here, but we'll also discuss why it is as well. So question 8. A test includes 6 multiple choice questions. Each question has 4 options for an answer. If the answers are guessed, the probability of getting at most 2 questions correct is represented by. So here, the reason why it's binomial is because binomial probability comes down to a probability of one thing or another occurring. So you can break it down to 2 things because bi means 2. So in this situation here, even though it's a test question with 4 options, you could break it down into getting the answer correct or getting the answer wrong. The 4 options actually represents the probability. So if you have A, B, C, D, like we have here, we've got a probability of if we just guessed it, we have a 1 in 4 shot of getting the correct answer. So the probability of success is 1 out of 4, okay? Now, they've said there are 6 multiple choice questions. So that means the number of trials is 6, okay? So our binomial formula, so probability that x is equal to r, which is like our successful thing, will be n choose r. Now, if you see these guys here, n choose r can also be written like that. That's what they've got these guys here. Times by the probability to the power of r, times by 1 minus the probability to the n minus r. So for example, in this situation here, if I wanted the probability of getting exactly 2 questions correct, I would make r equal to 2. Then I would fill in the information here. So the answer would be pretty much 6 choose 2 times by a quarter to the power of 2 times by 1 minus a quarter to the power of 6 minus 2, and you'd calculate that. That's how we know it's a binomial. However, the wording here, we don't actually have to calculate anything. We have to see which is the correct answer. So here, thereafter, the probability of getting at most 2 questions correct. So what that means is we can write it like this. The probability that x is less than or equal to 2. Because you're getting at most 2 questions correct. That means you're getting either none correct, 1 correct, or exactly 2 correct. So we need to look at the situation that best matches that. Now, if we look at each of these guys here, probability of getting at most 2 correct would be the probability of none plus the probability of 1 plus the probability of 2, which would be each in a format similar to this here. So imagine doing probability r equals 0, and then you'd have 6 choose 0. That's what I'm talking about when I go p of 0, p of 1, p of 2, etc. Now here, if we look at option C and option D, these are incorrect because these are the complement. If I go 1 minus the probability of getting none right plus the probability of getting 1 right, that is actually the probability of getting 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right, which is incorrect. That's not what we're after. And this is a very similar thing. This is the probability of getting 3, 4, 5, and 6 right, which is also incorrect. So C and D are incorrect straight away. Now, we just need to look for the thing that matches R1 here. So the probability of getting at most 2 correct. So this one's incorrect because this is the probability of getting 0 right plus the probability of getting 1 right. We have to account for 2. So by process of elimination is also going to be B. Now the reason why I know it's B is because that matches that guy there. That matches that guy there. And that matches that guy there. It is the information filled out in the binomial formula for each of the options in those colors there, okay? If you got this question wrong, you need to study binomial probability. Now, don't study basic ones. Study ones with problems like this. At least 2 questions correct, or probably at least 1. You want to look for ones like that. You want to look for tricky ones if you're getting this one wrong, okay? If you need the full exam, link is in the description, like for a full video solution. if you need a new custom external exam, link is also in the description as well. But otherwise, I'll see you in the next question. Actually, if you had any questions about this one here, leave something in the comments and I'll try my best to answer it. Okay, but I'll see you in the next video.